Hi, the guys at CrimsonMark sent me some kits that are going to be perfect for me to put up the paintings and picture frames on the wall. So they sent me two things. Let me show you. This is the drywall anchors, right? And it comes with everything you need if you have drywalls like these, right? I'm going to show you how this works, right? Because when you are putting up stuff on the wall, you cannot, or you shouldn't, make holes into the wall directly, because the weight of whatever you're hanging up might bring the painting, the hole might make it big. It would lose the integrity if you just put a nail in there. So you might want to set it up with screws, right? It depends on how heavy is the thing that you're hanging. In the case of this painting that I have in the back, it was heavy enough that I needed to put some drywall screws up there instead of just putting some nails on the wall. And I'm going to show you how these drywall screws look. So it's two parts. It's first this drywall anchor. The anchor goes in first, and you see it has the ridges so that it grabs onto the material. Everything comes in the box, and here we have the screws that go into the anchor, right? So these screws go into the anchor really nice, right? You see, this is the final product, but I'm going to show you how to do it, and I'm going to show you using this cardboard. So you're going to want to put it on the drywall like this, right? You put it on the drywall, and then you're going to want to hammer it in, right? And the hammering is going to pierce the drywall, and then you're going to hammer it in until these ridges are flush to the wall. And then you're going to take whatever tool you're going to use for screwing these in, and you can, it needs to be Phillips. You're going to put it in there, right? And then you're going to go, and it goes right through. You see? So it'll go right through the drywall. Of course, it's not going to be as easy. It's going to be harder because this is just a piece of cardboard that I use for the example. And then you take your screw and you screw it there. You see? So now you have a nice solid screw on the wall. This is going to hold a lot of weight, many pounds of weight. Okay? Now that's the first part, right? So now this is how it works. So everything comes in there. The drywall anchors and the screws are all in there, real nice. Okay, so you don't have to worry about anything because everything's gonna be in that too. Okay, so this is the drywall anchors. Now let me show you the hanging picture kit, because this requires I love it because it comes with everything you need to hang these pictures really nice, right? Pictures or paintings or anything, and depending on how you want to do it, how heavy the painting is what you're going to choose here. You see, everything comes in there. Perfect. You see, it comes everything, even, which I think is wonderful. I've never seen it before. It comes with a level. Check it out. Even the level is included. So everything that you need is included in this box, right? I'll show you how it works. So you got to put this. Let me get one of these. Oh, wow. So in this case, I set it up with the nice cable, which is included here, right? And the cable is what, this is what that cable is. You saw that cable that I had in the back? That cable right there? That's it. You need a pair of pliers to cut it. And then you need these, you see these little hooks? You need to put them, and what I do is I put them here in the inside instead of out here, because I want this to be flush to the wall. So I screw them in the inside, you see? And I tie real nice the wire. It's sweet wire, right? Chicken wire. Now, that's one way of doing it. Another way, if it's heavier, then you have these little nails that you have here, and then you can screw these to the back of the painting. You see? You screw them to the back of the painting, and then this goes, not screw them, you put it like a little nail. So you take these little nails, you hammer it in there, and I'll show you. Because then when you do that, you have the screw here, right? So that you're like that. Let's put a screw there. And then you can hang that here like this. You see? You hang that there, right? Or you can do like this, right? You have the screw on the wall, and you do this. Or, which is the best way, you take one of these, right, which is how it's done there, and then you're gonna take, and this you're gonna do like an angle to this. You're gonna take the smallest of these nails, and you can, I'll show you, let me show you. You go like this, and this is gonna require like a little angle. You see? You hammer the little nail, but the good thing about this, though, doing it this way, is that these nails are really short, and you don't have to worry about but this is for really light things. When you want heavy things, you want to go this way with the anchors. With really light paintings, you can go with these hooks, right? You put one or two of these on the wall, right? And then you can hang it with the wire, right? The wire in the back. Now, one thing always to consider when you're hanging up things, you need to know where the electricity is, right? The electric lines are running through your wall. You don't want to hammer anything, an anchor, a screw. You don't want to put anything through a wall that you don't know where the electricity is running through for the thermostats, or for the plugs, or for the lights in your house. So make sure that you know that, and if you don't, get yourself a stud finder that has that finds electrical tubing, electrical wiring under the drywall. It's very important, because you don't want something that is really simple as putting up hanging up a picture or hanging up a painting to turn into a huge problem. Okay, so I recommend these. I'm going to be using this a lot. As you can see, I have a bunch of paintings on both sides, in the back and on both sides of my studio, because I have a friend that paints, and she gives me these paintings, and I hang them up real nice. But as I said, you got to be careful. Super recommended, and thank you the guys at CrimsonMark for sending this to me so I could review them. They're beautiful. Good product, good workmanship, and everything you need to hang your stuff up.